Hey guys, Odds here. Welcome back to the channel for some more Mechabellum. I've got a series here for you. This is from Egophobic's Club Mecha League. And we are currently 3-0, as well as Masao is 3-0. So we're actually facing off against each other this game in a best of 3. And here we go. So right off the bat, I didn't like any of the packs, really. This is not my favorite. I didn't have a single hound pack, or even a pack like Crawler and oh boy, the turkey's getting me. Crawler and Mustang. So sometimes I can do like Crawler Mustang and pivot that into like hounds. And that feels pretty good sometimes, but I mean, this is not a terrible, like for most people, like Sledge Void Eye, it seems like, you know, that's a good pack. It's just not really something that I play too much, like in my play style. But we're gonna give it a go. And then Quick Sup is chosen for Masao. Got that Saber Hound pack, very strong. Very strong pack. And this game, oh, we do get the tower this round. It looks like, yeah, we just have a little bit too much stuff. So we will be able to win round 1. Hope you guys are having a great holiday so far, enjoying these games. Playing a lot of Mechabellum, also seeing family and friends. I can't forget about them. So we sold out of both of our towers, or not towers, our cannons now. And I take the redeploy, and I'm starting to kind of shuffle down this way. I don't want to just flat out put units right in front because they will get overwhelmed. But we're going to kind of staircase out and slowly move over. We're also going to use this crawler and beacon to try to pull the units so they won't go for the tower. And they're going to hopefully come into the rest of our troops here. So here we go. Round starts, and that's, yeah, exactly what happens. We pull everything. There is a Phoenix. We are marksman specs, so if we crush this, we might be able to pick off those Phoenix with marksman. Let's see, this tower was leveled to 2. We do get it. We can turn around now. Some crawlers do, in fact, go to that other tower. Only at level 1, so looks pretty good. We might have just enough stuff. With that tower going down. Yeah, it looks good. So, all in all, I don't feel like I'm in a bad position. We actually have a 1400 HP benefit. And one thing I know about Masao is he likes to play with Mustang a lot. I don't know much besides that. So I figured this was going to be a Mustang play. And we want to keep up with that too. It's a pretty standard all-around unit, and we don't really have real chaff clear. So I was debating maybe picking up that tarantula, but it kind of feels bad to pick the tarantula into the saber, so we're not doing that right now. A fire badger could have been a play as well, but also not really a big fan of fire badgers. But I could have maybe put fire badgers on the line, but it kind of like doubles up, like, I don't know, the counters to fire badgers are the same counters as sledgehammer, and I'm thinking maybe we're going to be going armor or field maintenance, because that should help deal with, you know, hounds and most likely the mustangs that we'll be seeing. But we carry out, finishing our board here. I keep moving that. We have a bit of extra money, so we missile, trying to get tempo here, and you can see there's tons of crawlers. We did build out hounds this turn, so we're choosing hounds as our chaff clear. Even though we're a bit behind on our chaff clear, right? The other hounds, like, there's more of them already, and they got range this turn. We don't have any techs this turn, but our chaff clear is kind of pseudo being done by the sledges and Mustang. But next turn, it's okay. We'll probably even up in the hound department. We'll match techs. Shouldn't be too bad. Missile strike was picked very quickly there. In this case, yeah, there's obviously a very good missile in a couple places, but I wanted to go for the late game play, so we do go for improved firepower. We pop it on this Mustang here. I was actually expecting improved firepower on this guy. But yeah, here we go. We're gonna put down another sledge here. This should slow things down. We do bubble, try to cover that potential for the missile strike. And that's, yeah, just kind of like keeping the crawlers alive. We don't need to go all the way around. This does get leveled. It doesn't even protect it. Pretty greedy. But in this case, and with this shield, we should be doing okay. Phoenix is still only level 1. I mean, I was also debating the Phoenix with the airstrike could be very strong too. Getting that, it's only level 1. Yeah, we went for the late game play, and we actually almost, without that tower timing, we would have completely crushed the side. It still doesn't look half bad though. But these level 2 Mustangs are feeding a bit. We are matched in techs with the hounds, and with that we're actually going to, because we clear up those Mustangs, we're going to get some XP on our hounds, which is great. Incendiary is offered as well as efficient light. Incendiary would be excellent here. We are being aggressed into, and there's a lot of light units that can get hit by it. But I didn't take it. I, again, wanted to keep playing for the late game. I feel like if I do that, I think we'll be in a better place in the long run, obviously, and I think I can win a long game. I don't want to rush it. We end up leveling our sledges because we have these techs available, and the only thing that can deal with them right now really is the Saber and the Phoenix. Should we get levels on our hounds? We don't have range yet on Mustang, which is quite bad. If your opponent has range and you don't, then you just feed all the XP. So what can we do here? 450. Masao does get that chamber compression already. Round 5. That's pretty good. We are a bit behind on the hounds. Right. This turn we just go get some crawlers. Try and build up our chaff a bit. We don't need this guy, he's just running in and dying, so we put him down into the middle. We also have a flank here to try and slow down the Phoenix and the Mustang so that hopefully we can get a better engagement on the front here. Looks like that works pretty well. This is actually slowing things down, which is crazy. This little wall thing is like really annoying. We lose our tower, and yeah, these Mustangs are just farming. Sucks. Sucks for me. And the unit drop here, I click Marksman because we are weak against, right, the potential for the Phantom Ray. Or any kind of air, really. And we also need it to deal with the Phoenix. It's kind of weird that he went for the Phantom Ray, to be honest. And immediately clicking armor. When we only had 2 Mustangs and we didn't even have range on them. So that's kind of a wild play. Armor as well on the hounds. So triple tech hound. Oh, not yet. Reverted. Subterranean instead on the crawler. We do match that chamber compression now. And we're just trying to get a little cheeky little missile here. Which works well. So get a level on that Mustang, which is good. So yeah, you can see the marksman was a good choice because it otherwise our like few Mustangs are getting stuck on the phantom rays. But even then, it's like this marksman is shooting at a couple crawlers or whatever. This is a turn we pick up sledge healing because we want to slow down these Mustangs as well. Good tower timing. Actually, that was all because of that chamber compression. Just built up, and grab that tower for us like in one shot, which is great. Orbital is offered. Maybe I should have taken this. I think I skipped. Yeah. Orbital would have been good over here. And I'm thinking about going for Fortress. This turn I'm thinking like, yeah, we need a little bit extra. We need a little bit of extra damage maybe or something. I don't know. Or maybe not this turn, maybe next turn. But we're thinking about what giant can we get. But for now, yeah, we're just going to get attack 2. We're going to get a couple bubbles. Protect against the possibility of a orbital. A later hound. Just redeploying that even farther back. The bubbles are good, but unfortunately, bubbles do go down, and these missiles end up doing very well. Huge shots, like clears up a lot of my stuff. Like level 3 hounds got beat up pretty bad. However, I mean, we didn't take orbital, and we're kind of surviving. Yes, I know it cost a couple bubbles, but regardless, you got to make the bubbles anyway, even if he took the orbital. Right, so I had to build a couple bubbles just in case I took it. But we take very minimal damage, so I'm not too worried about that. Unit drop offered. Steel Ball Wasp, Farseer, and Tarantula. And I think this is kind of maybe where we went a bit astray here. My thought was my chaff clear is a bit weak. We're trying to match hounds. But if we can get tarantulas. I mean, we saw that he was selling out of the saber teeth as well, right? So I was like, okay, the tarantulas are safe now. I can do this. We get high explosive, like maybe we can start to pop these crawlers. Like we're having a bit of a problem with our chaff clear. Tarantulas might be able to help, so we actually just go hard on these tarantulas. Got 6 of them in one round with range and high explosive. But Masao picked the steel ball and popped that mechanical division right away, just building more and more chaff, and then going to the Scorpion. So now this comp is coming online. We have these high-level Mustangs. We have Scorpion, so Mustang, Scorpion. Quite a strong combination. It's kind of asking for it, I guess, by building these sledges, field maintenance. But let's see what happens. Like, our Mustangs are leveling 2, and we do have this really high level 1 with the item. Yeah, these Scorpions are just slaying. To get that one. Right side actually looks pretty good. Tower. Oh, we do get a good tower timing there, so Marksman stays alive, but we have a fair bit of stuff left here. With that, we're going to be able to take the round. So pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. But now we've got a problem, right? We have these Scorpions. And the Scorpion combo with that Mustang is really annoying to deal with. And then, I don't know, Masao plays like He's just got like all the little annoying things. Like doesn't invest more into it. Just, hey, pick up some steel balls, get mective, because that's a pain to deal with. Hey, pick up the phantom rays, click armor, because that is a pain to deal with. It's just all these little things that are kind of annoying to deal with, and they add up to be a really annoying board. I think so. Now it's time to maybe do giants. We get Raiden. Felt like Raiden could be good against Steel Ball, could be good against the Phantom Ray. And then if we can, and also obviously the Hound. And this is like a lot of core unit stuff. And then, if what's left is Scorpions, they don't shoot up. The problem is like we are putting them into Mustangs as well. And they already have level 4 on the Mustangs. It really is possible. So I don't know. I don't think this was the move here. We needed something, but I don't think this was it. We'll see. We'll see. You get a couple missiles. I'm trying to like keep tempo. I have a lot of HP, so like in my mind, I'm like, okay, well, if we can kind of like win these rounds, like we can build out these Raiden, and that's kind of like the late game carry unit that I'm picking, right? Our whole board is done. We have a lot of defense, usually like sledges with field maintenance. Can do a very good job keeping the Raiden alive because it locks up all the other units for quite a while. It's helping clear these Phantom Rays, but they do get leveled, and so they don't actually die in one hit. And now actually there's just a bit too much stuff, and these Mustangs can very quickly beat up these Raidens. We do take Mustang production, because I thought maybe that could be the play. But yeah, looks pretty bad there. Now we're down. We're about even now. And here we go. Additional deploy offered. Photon as well. Intensive. Proof Overlord, probably not what we're looking for. Do go additional deploy. So my thought here is, well, Scorpions are weak to crawlers. We want more. We want to build out our crawlers. We level our crawlers. We get our +2 defense, subterranean. That should also help keep them alive against the Mustangs and stuff. We can level up our Hounds. Our Hounds are doing well. A pretty good unit here. We level up our other Tarantulas here that did get levels. And we throw down 4 level 2 crawlers. And we're trying to overwhelm. Because really the chaff clear here, I mean, yeah, it's Hounds, but there's no mech rage on Hounds. It's like the Mustangs, basically. But I think actually maybe chamber compression changes the math a bit with the underground crawlers. But yeah, here we go. We're gonna give it a try. Like theoretically, like this doesn't look half bad, right? It doesn't look half bad at all. We got lots of chaff. We got lots of chaff clear. We got some tankiness. We have some Raidens. We've got, high level marksman and Mustang. Good missile, killing that extra crawler. And here we go. Now our crawlers are coming in. We're kind of pushing through, but there's a couple bubbles, and yeah, now our crawlers are dead. All the crawlers are dead from both sides. And these Scorpions can just destroy my sledges. They're not able to really do anything. Marksman not doing so hot either. There's really not a lot of good targets for that once the Rays are dead. And we are killing the Rays with the Raidens. So probably could sell out of that. But yeah, it doesn't look too good here. Still, again, the Scorpion Mustang combination, very strong. And looks like we ended up exactly at 0, so very unfortunate. I thought this game was going pretty well for me up until the end there. And maybe the Raiden wasn't the play. You saw me trying to go for fortresses earlier. Maybe that was what we should have kept going with. Maybe I'll try it in a replay later. But for now, let's just jump into the next game. All right, here we are, game number 2. And in this case as well, you know, not my favorite packs. We do have one hound pack with speed and sledge, which is all right. I'm not sure I want to go sledge again, but we do have the missile pack with Mustang Crawler, which is a bit more for my liking. Some people don't really like the Mustang packs, but I feel like this is pretty safe and it allows me to get into my hounds that I like as well. So we are going to do asymmetrical deployment on the right side. We don't want to go into the magnetic barricade. And Masao goes for the Typhoon spec with the Saber Hound again. Now in this case, I don't mind the Mustangs into the Saber. I think they're actually, most of the time, in round 1, I end up winning against Sabers when I have Mustang. It's just too many units. So we'll see what happens here. Tower goes down, we lose that fight. We do have that other tower taken. Now we're under attack as well. Let's see if we get a decent split. We're gonna have better tower timing, I think, here. Let's get this tower last. We turn around. And yeah. Too many crawlers, too many things on the ground. Looks like we should be able to clean this up. And we have a huge health lead, to be honest. Round 2 comes, we both skip. Don't need any of that stuff. Right, Elite Fang, Elite Tarantula. Yeah, Extended Range Phantom Ray. Mass Prod Melting Point. That might have been a good pick against Typhoon spec, to be honest. Might have to keep that in mind for the future because these Typhoons are really annoying. Here we go. We've already got this like flanking deploy here. Typhoon down on level, sorry, round 2. We are kind of defending with this Hound, and we do pick up chamber compression right away on round 2, which will help us pop this tower quickly and then kill all the other stuff here. And the idea behind this is we get this early, we can scale faster than the opponent's hounds and opponent's units so that we'll get levels and theoretically, yeah, we'll outscale. It's always good to be the first to tech, I think, in a mirror because it gives you the most benefit. Here we go, like that tower timing slowed the hounds down enough, but they charged up so much and you saw that huge damage. And now in my mind, I'm like, oh, wait a second, you know, chamber compression might actually be really good against the Foons there. Unit drop offered, we go for the marksman. I'd like to pick up the marksman. It does help us against any air stuff. Like it will help us against the Phantom Ray, should that be chosen. And we go for Rhino because I figure, hey, you know, we're seeing these Typhoons. There's going to be more Typhoons down. We can pop a Rhino down here and we will be just great. We also, yeah, no upgrades or anything yet. This is like already kind of scary, right? We got 3 Typhoons down. Nice missile. Like, I don't want these Typhoons to start scaling and popping off. Like, they can get very scary when they get levels. So I'm going to have to spend money in the early game to buy missiles and hopefully force, you know, barrier or whatever to be picked. Stuff like that. So we get a good round here. Bring point down to 2k. Berserk Rhino? Maybe? But no. We go for the Jav. Assault Raiden could have been maybe a play, actually. There's nothing that shoots up here. Assault Raiden gives a lot of HP. We go for the Jav. Like I was saying, like I want to kill this early. I don't want this to last a long time because it will eventually outscale me. So we go for that jab. We're going to try and pop this here. And yeah, Masao, smart play. Puts a steel ball back here. We're going to go for this extra rhino. I think I made a bit of a mistake here. I don't think I needed to click chamber compression right away. I think we should have waited to see what the response was here, because now I have a combat evolvement tech. That's what I meant to say. Going into steel ball, which is, yeah, it doesn't work. It even has time to warp in there before it kills. So kind of crazy. Our right side is winning, obviously. Like, we are going to take down this tower. It's only level 2, but these steel balls have spawned in. Our rhino, I mean, the chamber compression is, not chamber, combat evolvement is doing pretty well over here. And we are able to pick those up. And with that, we can pop those balls too with the marksman. So now we're down to 1100. Masao is. Looking okay, but how can we close this out? There's a redeploy offer, additional deployment, EMP as well. Even a Vulcan descent. Maybe is possible. Well, they're both level 2, so no. Redeploy might have been the best move here. I didn't take additional deploy because I felt also like doing additional deploy in a Typhoon, like you're usually building a lot more like light units, and against Foon, like they just kind of shred the crawlers and whatever. So I don't know. I didn't go for that. Went for the EMP. I wanted to turn off the barrier or slow them down if they don't have barrier. And I click Whirlwind. I thought that this guy would just Whirlwind right away, get all this stuff, walk in, you know, Whirlwind again maybe. But we'll see what actually happens there. Balls are picked up over here as well to try to deal with this rhino. There was a unit here. There was a hound. We're trying to missile. All the other stuff has barrier, so... yeah. And we're trying to missile here as well. And we put a missile on our tower. So let's see here. Yeah, barrier. Okay, so pretty great Whirlwind. However, yeah, see, I did not need Comet Evolvement. I only needed Whirlwind. And if I waited a turn, that wouldn't have cost me so much money. So we are getting in, but we're a little bit too slow on that tower now. It's level 3. Because of that, we lose this side, and now these Typhoons are getting levels. Well, these ones are anyway. Chamber compression could be okay. Let's see. Tower timing. I'm going to lose that tower as well. Really bad luck there. Right, these crawlers are too slow. If we managed to pop that tower, the chamber compression hounds would have been able to do a lot better. Assault Rain is offered again, actually. Interesting. We go for EMP, though. It's kind of important here. We want to get rid of those shields. Orbital taken. And yeah, these steel balls now can be level 2. Very annoying position to deal with. Like, you know, there's not a lot that can deal with this. You can get like Phantom Ray maybe, I don't know. Don't really kill things fast enough with them though. Could get a, I don't know, Scorpion, but even then, the steel ball eventually does lock on the Scorpion. We instead decide, you know what, this is level 3 tower, but it's completely unfed. He's been selling out of things. What we're gonna do is we're gonna try and steal ball and get in here, pop that tower. He even sells out of that. And here comes the oil. Try to slow things down. Steel ball is faster than oil, so that's good. However, our left side looks really bad. I don't think I needed this Phantom Ray here too. I think I needed to defend this side a bit better. Did I even sell anything? I could even sell like a rhino, like I don't know. I end up leveling these Mustangs, so I kind of run out of time. And I should have bubbled or literally anything, right? Other than that, they just get smashed here. They're not doing anything right now, like there's no targets. You do get that tower, but there's still so much units left here. So many units. So this looks pretty bad. Hounds are charging. Hounds are charging. We are going to get that other tower. Oh, Hounds waste their charge on those crawlers, though. Steel ball coming in, but a bit too much damage here. And yeah, some serious damage on the board. Now the situation is dire. We do get a scorpion drop. So maybe we can make something work with this. But Masao gets that fire badger drop on the turn previously where that oil was put down. So that's pretty disgusting as well. We go for the double shot. Don't need range because we're being aggressed into, but I also go for armor because I thought armor would do really well against the typhoons. But there's still, you know, a couple of saber teeth here that are high level. Like we've got this little phoenix over here and the steel balls as well. Both sides have steel ball. Like look at this. Like you think that I would think this position would be great, right? We have a level 2 scorpion here. We recruited at level 2 with double shot, with armor. We're oiling, we're trying to slow things down. Yeah, this lights immediately. All of our stuff on the right dies. We sold one of the Mustangs to get some money, but it doesn't matter, and everything is just dead here immediately on the right, or on the left. Tower goes down. Yeah, nothing we can do here. So, bit of a misplay on my part, and we end up losing that game here. But close series, like the games were close. But yeah, a few too many mistakes. We can't have room for mistakes when we play against a player at Masao's level here. You know, we needed range here. I mean, we probably need these scorpions earlier. Probably as soon as we saw a second typhoon or whatever, or typhoon on turn 2. That means we're going to see like a typhoon game. I went for the rhino, which I think, you know, kind of works here too, but we picked combat development. I'm kind of obsessed with this ability. I really like it, but in this case, it's awful. It doesn't do anything. Just having the whirlwind would have been fine, but yeah, we had to spend extra money in order to get the whirlwind here. So what, combat development is what, like 200, then another 200 tax for the second tech, so that's $400 wasted. We could have maybe put a bit of pressure on the right side earlier. Things are being sold out of. The steel ball was good, but a bit too late. Didn't need that phantom ray. I was thinking, I don't know, there's too many problems to solve, so I was a bit flustered. Phantom ray, I was like, well, if we get phantom ray, we might be able to click armor or something at some point and be okay there, but yeah, and then like looking at this board, I don't have anything in the way here. Like these crawlers are getting shot by the scorpions, so like doesn't really work that well. We're able to get the shields, I guess, but yeah, well played. Hope you enjoyed those games. Like, you know, I share a lot of games that I win, obviously, but I'm happy to share games that I lose as well. Like I said earlier, for this series, I'm going to be sharing all the games that I play, win or lose. And we're going to take this as a bit of a learning experience, what we can do better. I'm going to jump into a replay and see if we can turn things around, but I'm not sure if we're going to be able to or at what point, but let's give it a go. Yeah, so that Rhino with just Whirlwind was able to clear those balls this turn. And we can get an oil earlier, which means we're going to be able to get it back earlier as well. And that's looking much better. So we do 633 damage that turn. And we didn't do a whole lot. I mean, we took the job, I guess, right? Putting this here as well, like I could put a Rhino here next turn, and that's going to deal with these Typhoons. So that does set up the board there for a Whirlwind Rhino. And then, yeah, these are going to be slowed down next turn. So following this turn, yeah, we'd get another Rhino over here. Get a Crawler here. Or right on the line, maybe. I don't know. Maybe right here. Is this range? Well, the following turn, we would have had that redeploy, right? The range here is... well, if we had a Crawler here, they wouldn't all lock on. Only a couple. Maybe that would be fine. Because we can level up that guy. We don't have to, but if we have the money. And then, yeah, eventually we get a range as well, maybe next turn. So Rhino, Crawler, range. And so the thing is, you don't actually need +1 if you have chamber compression. But maybe +1 defense? I don't know. I think that's much more manageable, though. Okay, let's try the other game. Okay, so I think we need something with armor late on that can turn off these Mustangs. Oh, they're really high level. The only thing would be like a mountain. I don't know, Rhino. I don't think this is it, but... we can give it a try. What about these steel balls? But they were dying. Only thing we have to worry about. The rhinos are here. Yeah, they're doing a pretty good job tanking. Right side is looking pretty good too. We're able to tank a lot better. Is it enough? Oh, no way. The Rhino is almost to play there. This guy almost died. That's unfortunate. Okay, so... a mass prod Rhino's crazy, right? It's crazy, right? Just getting like armor on all the things. I think we can sell. range on the Void Eye. Mass Prod Rhino with armor. Can this be the play? And also armor on the sledges. Rhinos are supposed to die. It's okay. They're just supposed to buy us time. For our other units to do damage. So now we've won the Chaff War. This is looking a lot better. Mass-produced Rhino was the play? Mass-produced Rhino was the play? How does that make any sense? 1510. 1510. How was that the play? That's crazy. $15.10. So this was on back to watch replay. 1844. It wasn't winning the game, but would have put us in a much better spot, especially these Radiants were not it. Wow, wild. Okay. I'll have to keep that in mind for next time. Just armor rhinos, just a little bit of armor can help, and a little bit of armor on those sledges gives even more HP regen as well. And yeah, then the only thing that can kill them are these scorpions. And there's a lot of them. It takes a long time for the scorpions to deal with that. The rate of fire on Scorp is pretty slow. Interesting. Okay, well, thank you guys for joining me for this, and if you stayed this long, appreciate that. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff, and I look forward to seeing you next time. We're closing in on 1,000 subs, so if you haven't subbed yet, please do so. I would very much appreciate that. Hoping to get 1,000 by the new year. It would be a New Year miracle. I don't know. It'd be great. Anyways, thank you so much. I'll see you next time.